few things that are kind of important. So let's go up here and go up to Safety Energy Lock 3, which is the upper corner of the shoulder blade. And we want to do the Mudra, thumb pad over ring finger. And we want, since we're holding the left side, you want to put the instep of your foot on your inside of your knee. This is the diagonal mediator flow. Now, as you do this, I don't want you to be all twisted and have your shoulder up. Drop your shoulder, open your claviscles as much as you can, and find your breath by pushing your sit bones into where you're sitting. And what will happen is if you'll sit back into your spine, your head will come up. You start looking a little taller. And breathing into your spine and letting the energy go between this triangle. You've got energy going here. It's doing a figure 8 through both arms. And remember, this hand is touching it, so it's doing this. It's looping, right? You have a loop. There's a branch of it that goes down the arm to the back of the hand and then loops to the front of this finger and comes into this thumb and then comes up the arm. So there's this figure 8 that you have through this. It's beautiful, and it goes straight through, well, guess where? The heart. It goes through the high heart and even up here right at the V of the throat. So it helps the thyroid, it helps with the breath, it helps with the immune system, it helps this part of your body, opens this part of your body. So it actually helps with grounding you, opening you up in a new way to your creativity. Now this, look at this. You've got this, you've got Safety Energy Lock 6 on Safety Energy Lock 1. So oneness with harmony, 6 is harmony. Oneness with knowing, third eye, makes us 7. Victory. In Jin Jitsu, the 7 is known as the victory Safety Energy Lock. So that is at your tip of your big toes. So it's something about being fully grounded, right? So this energy is going to go through the ball of the foot. Watch. Through the pelvis, right? And it's going here. But the Safety Energy Lock 1 feeds all of the Safety Energy Locks on that Safety Energy Lock level. Yeah? And what happens here is these flows go up through the center 14, and they come up here to here. So you've got a big old figure 8 going on, a figure 8 going here, and you have a figure 8 going on in your pelvis. So it looks like this. Figure 8, right, in your pelvis. Figure 8 up here. And a figure 8 like this, going through, weaving your front and back parts of your body together. There you go. It's settling in, and you'll feel your breath. Grounding, settling, opening. Breathe. Breathe into your hands and fingers. Breathe into your instep and your knee. And then see if you can connect to them with a line of energy to your breath. Yep. And now connect this point. This is going to be a triangle, right? It goes from here to here, from your fingers to your instep. There you go. Breathe all 3 areas. And of course, you'll find your smile. Remember, in Jin Shin, it's about coming back to yourself, finding your breath, dropping your shoulders, finding your smile, and breathing in the cosmic breath. There you go. Nice. Beautiful. So now while you're up here, spread your fingers out so you get that 12 and 11. So I've got where my head and neck come together, and I've got the side of my neck. I guess the scarf is not such a good idea. Come here to your 15s. You drop the mudra, come across. Now remember, you have an outer, a middle, and an inner 15 right at your pubic bone. And so you want to feel, just take a little assessment for yourself. Where are you most sore? And maybe apply your awareness of your breath there. You can come across the whole inguinal ligament. You can make sound as you do this. That sound is part of your healing process. You can do ha or ma or whichever feels better. There you go. Breathe between your hands. This is a descending energy. It comes across the shoulder, goes down the front of the body. You can get taller by increasing the downward flow. It sounds interesting to think about. There you go. Now this hand comes to your sit bone. Sit bone. Safety Energy Lock 25. The reason we're holding all three, the 3, the 11, and the 12 on the shoulder is because the 25 with the 3 helps the immune system. The 25 with the 11 also helps with the immune system, but at the physical body level, not just like the hormonal level, right? And the 12 and the 25 helps you let go of attitudes. And the source of all dis-ease or blockages in our lives, according to Shin Jitsu, which is a physio philosophy, a philosophy of life and energy, that when we have an attitude, our energies lock up. And it can be any attitude, and according to them, if you remember the fingers, you'll know from the thumb, worry, pointer, fear, middle, anger, ring, sadness. And the 5th one is trying to. It's where you're not listening to yourself and you're pushing rather than going with the energy in authenticity or pretense, trying to. Good. Now this energy comes up from the sit bone, up your back, and will support you. If you breathe this, you'll get taller. That's a good news for little shorty people like me. You know, though, it's funny. I never felt short. I only feel short when I see the reflection with one of my really good friends who's quite tall, walking in the windows of a store or something. Like, oh, isn't that interesting that they're actually physically bigger than I am? Never felt small. That's not true. Never is not true. 3rd grade, I felt short. There we go. So now let's warm up our hands. So what did we do there? We did the Mediator, we did the Supervisor, and we did the inhale. The ascending and descending flows on the body, address the immune system, so many, many, many different things just by doing the side channel. So, and when you do one side, the increased energy will flow over into the other. When you have time, you do both. Today, we don't. So we're going to decide which of the sides for the 8 mudras that we're going to do. It doesn't matter. Your body will say. Put your thumb down, your middle finger, and close your fingers around. You can rest your hand anywhere you know you need extra support. So if it's the pubic bone, the belly button, the V, the rib cage, the thymus, heart, or right here at the throat, wherever you want to offer your body will go, yes, there. Listen to the yum. Listen to the yum. The body is talking to you at all times. If you pay attention, you will have a partner in life who will help you and assist you. Even if what it's feeling is discomfort, if you pay attention to it, you will be shown the pathway to heal it. There you go. There you go. Now this is an exhale. So inhale. Exhale. This is the energy coming down the front of the body. This is working with the quintessence and the central channel. Letting your body plug your sit bones into the ground so that you're really plugged in as you do this. You don't need to see my feet while I'm flowing this, so we'll come in a little closer. Ah, and see, notice I naturally dropped from where I was holding. My body was done there. It's good. And listen to your breath. Remember, sometimes we play with our breath here. Today, just go with what you know. I suggest breathing into the center of your being with these two mudras in particular. So breathe in that central channel of light from all directions. I call that a starburst breath because we are stars and we can breathe from all directions. There we go. That feeling, that supportive energy that's around you at every moment. And just speak to your body. You know, in order to heal anything, to shift anything, we have to resonate at a higher frequency from which the problem was created. So let us remind ourselves, our body, I resonate at as high a frequency as possible and more, because Earth's cycling is shifting and changing, and she is upcycling her resonance pattern, and we want to be right there with her in harmony. I resonate as high a frequency as possible and more, so that you're not getting in your own way, you're not blocking the potential for resonating in a new frequency that's right there. There it goes, you guys. You feel it settle into the body when that happens. And then we just talk to our body. Ah, good. We've released. Now the thumb goes down the back of the middle finger. Good. This is an inhaling breath. And so we say to the body, I embody. Talking inside your body to your body. I embody my purified essence of self. Through my own source connection, not the one anybody suggested I use instead, but my own connection to the universe. You know, you are manifest. You are a manifest body here in this time, in this now moment. And everything that you look in nature around you, you are part of that. You are that. And so remembering that as you're breathing, that you're embodying that purified essence of self. Just like the flower when it blooms, or the oak tree when it grows from the acorn, it's only embodying what it is. It's not pretending to be something else, or, you know, if you are, you know, beautiful seed that turns into a daisy, let's say, you wouldn't want to be trying to be an oak tree, because you would never fulfill the purpose and beauty of being a daisy, the joy of being a daisy. You would your whole life think that you had failed. But that's not who we are. We are so much more than what we are told we are. There we go. Good. Feel it. So you say to your body, I embody my purified essence of self through my own source connection only. There we go. So that weaves you into all that is a little better. All right, so we come over to this mudra, thumb across the baby finger and the ring finger, and we're holding the back of the hand. So it looks like this. And this, because you notice that this thenar eminence is right here on the in the middle of the palm, it's holding the sixth depth, along with this is second depth, this is fifth depth. This is cosmic breath, or the spark of infinity coming into form. This is physical breath, the lungs and the large intestine. This is heart, spleen, bladder, and small intestine. So you have physical fire. So this is cosmic fire, cosmic breath. Physical breath, physical fire. This is that translation of what is in the elementals of the universe into you, spirit embodied. This mudra is sometimes referred to as Valium. I don't know. It definitely calms. The reason it calms is it gets us out of whatever we're thinking in our minds, and out of our limitations, back in connection to the greater, whatever that is, the greater universe, however you label that, right? The miraculous, the non-formed that comes into form. There you go. You're going to feel the whole body open. It's really, really nourishes the heart. It really, really, really nourishes the breath. And if you've looked at any of the heart math stuff, you know that when you get coherent, when your breath and your heart rate are in sync, then you get into this coherent state that is one where you feel less stress, your hormone cascade is better, it's more towards well-being, and you perceive life in a different way. And interestingly, the Heart Math Institute has been doing research on heart and love and breath and really cool stuff since the 70s, and they have a global coherence project. And some of you guys know that they have that 3 at 3 process that they've had going on for a long time. And some of you know I'm doing now, during December, early January, the Waves of Love Around the World, piggybacking on that 3 at 3 from Heart Math, is that at 3 o'clock on Instagram and on Facebook in the group Vitable Spark Joy, and on YouTube at the same time on the Catherine Wright Desai channel. We do Waves of Love Around the World. We pause for about 5 minutes and we activate the radiant circuits, and we get back in connection to this love energy, because at the true essence of who you are pure love. Pure love. That's you. Might not feel like it right now, but that's okay. We come together to remember that. Now, the thumb goes across the pointer and the middle. We're holding the thenar eminence. So we're holding like this. This one feels good to do like this, but if you're going to do like this, drop your shoulders down. Push your sit bones in. Sit back into your spine, and what happens if you push the spine into the back part of the body, then it holds your head up. And then you open the clavicles, drip those shoulder blades down your back. And just feel yourself as you fill up the new space, because you're sitting up nice and there's open space and up under the clavicles. Fill that space with this breath, this connection. Now, this mudra is the Fountain of Youth mudra. It helps with reverse aging. Mary, I don't know whether it was Mary, one of the teachers for Shin went into a nursing home and was teaching just holding the fingers as a self-care process. And she found one woman that just started laughing when she started talking about the thumbs, and the thumbs being about, helping with all the hormones, and then the thumbs help with so many things. Now, look, you're holding one thumb, that whole thenar eminence, that gets all the hormones. The other thumb is resting on the back of the hand. The back of the hand is the inhale. So you are exhaling what you don't need in all those hormone glandular centers, and you are inhaling water and quintessence with this other hold. So this is a powerful hold. So the woman was laughing because she had been holding her thumbs her entire life. And the woman who was the teacher said she was the youngest looking person she'd ever seen, and she had such a sense of humor and was just, people can get crotchety when they get old, right? Because they get so focused on whatever. But she said she had been holding her thumbs her entire life, and there is something to that. Mary talked about if you held your thumbs every day that it would help. And many of you know that if you have insomnia, that I encourage you to hold your thumbs at night as you go to bed because it can help a lot with falling asleep. The other thing I recommend that Mary probably didn't talk about is to touch the insides of your big toes together, because that's really helpful. It creates a circuit. So if you're holding your thumb and you've got your toes together, it kind of pulls you into your feet so that you can slide into sleep. It's kind of nice. And if you look at Egyptian mummies, they all have their feet bound in that way with their toes touching. Anyway, funny, curious trivia. Okay, so breathing into the core, 3 conscious breaths here. That's it. Good, and one more. Good, and now, which hand were you holding? Take the other hand, thumb pad over middle finger. Slide your thumb in. So this finger is touching both this thumb and this thumb at the same time. This mudra, like this, slide your thumb in with your fingernail touching. Yeah, I know. It's unusual. What are you doing? You know what you're doing? You're stimulating the pineal like bejesus here. This mudra is called total regeneration. The pineal and the pituitary, the hypothalamus, as far as the map of the body on the hand, reflexology, is right here. And guess what? You got both of them, right? You've got an exhaling and an inhaling pineal pituitary, right? I don't know how to say it properly in Hebrew, but pinel. It is your connection to the universal, and that really, really watch what happens as you breathe. Breathe into the pineal gland. The middle finger is quintessence. It's that which goes from not formed into form. Breathe in that quintessence, that energy that can become, into the pineal. There you go. And now you can breathe it into the whole body because all of the hormones from the pineal go everywhere. So you can feel this totally regenerate the body. This mudra you can do on its own in between Zoom meetings, in between activities. Just come and hold this mudra 5 to 8 breaths and breathe into your head and just let the whole body drink regenerative energy. Good. Now, thumb pad over ring finger. Come down to safety energy lock 1 on the insides of the knees, and just either put the mudra, the fingers, right in the joint, or just rest your hands, however, the sides of the hands, however it feels best to you. Safety energy lock 1 feeds everything. This mudra, you're creating a loop right over this nadi. 6th depth, 2nd and 1st depth together, earth and metal. This is very grounding, but it can take in deeper breath. And so when you exercise, you can hold this mudra, you get more oxygen. You'll feel more uplifted. You'll feel that support of the cosmic breath. Ah, yeah. Now you might need to squeeze some breath out in order to get some fresh breath in. There you go. Open the shoulders. Press the sit bones. Sit back in your spine. If you are in a chair, when I say press the sit bones and also press your feet, because wherever you are touching the earth, right, whatever is supporting you, You want to plug in, be aware that you are present and that there is an energy field on everything that exists. And so you want to plug in because there are these lines of energy from the earth coming up through those things. And you want to receive, to be part of it so that you don't become depleted. It's kind of like your cell phone when it's on the charger. If it's really plugged in, like I learned today, right? If it's really plugged in, then it's going to get the current and it's going to be fed. You too, if you are plugged in. And so when you stand to do the dishes or you walk or you exercise, plug in, you will become less depleted. If you are sitting in a Zoom meeting, press your sit bones, press your feet. You don't have to have tension in there, but be very conscious that you are an energetic being and that all around you is energy. It's flowing. There we go. Now let's come up and find safety energy lock 26, which is on the outside of the shoulder blade. Your hands end up in your armpit. Drop your shoulders. Push, like push your sit bones. Sit back in your spine so you can be tall and shoulders drop. If you cannot do this because your shoulders will not allow you to find the edge of that bone, then come here into the 19s and the bends of the elbows. Keep the mudra. We're keeping the mudra. We're just holding like this, or if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can put the mudra in the elbow and just hold like this. Your mind's eye, I would like it to be right here while you're holding. See if you can allow your rib cage to move on the sides to massage your fingers, let's say. Can you massage your fingers with your rib cage? Can you move that bone? Can you move the bone with your breath? Dripping it down your back. Can you massage under the bone on your back with your ribs? There you go. You may get taller when you do that. Good. Now, you don't need to hold your elbows up. I'm just saying breath by breath. Press and come across. Through the lymphatics there. Most women don't move those very much. Men too, but women especially. And so we just want to do that. So rub as you come across. You'll come right in the middle under the clavicle to the 22. Drop the mudra. Warm right here on the ribs, just from the sternum out. Warm on the ribs. This is Safety Energy Lock 13 about transformation. Good job. Drink some water, and then we'll do the last two mudras. We won't spend very many breaths. I know some of you have to go. This is exhaling the dust, the dirt, and the greasy grime. So as you breathe in, feel that enlivened source energy, kind of like a sonic vibration up under all the muck, wherever you have muck, okay? And as the sonic vibration through the breath comes in, this stuff just slides off the surface of the cells, slides off the insides of the lungs, slides off any of the glands, slides off in the emotional body where you've got muck encased in certain attitudes. I can just help wash them away. Use your breath. Good. Back of fingernails together. This is inhale, the purified breath of life. So breathe that from all directions. Drop the shoulders, plug in the sit bones and feet. Sit back into your spine, breathe into your spine. Breathe in up under the clavicles. When you do that up under the clavicles, it opens the capacity to experience joy. But not just a shallow breath, filling up from below so well that the clavicles begin to move with the breath. That's it. Fill the whole rib cage, front and back and sides. Excellent. Remind yourself, I resonate at as high a frequency and more that's possible. I embody, remind your body, with sweetness. I embody my purified essence of self through my own source connection only. Drop your shoulders. Find your smile. Breathe in the purified breath of life from the cosmos. Feel that certain stillness. Excellent. And to namaste. Thank you for flowing with me today. Even more thank you for those who came back after our technical difficulties. I appreciate you so very much. Now taking a moment to appreciate yourself for this beautiful self-care that you did, opening up through the mudras all the elements, all the layers and depths in the body, all the safety energy locks, and all the organ function flows. Beautiful. A bow to the group for an appreciation, magnifying the energy. We have many people that participate by video, so there are more people present than are present live. So notice that up vibing of your effects. A bow to Jira Marai and Mary Burmeister for their beautiful teachings. And coming back into this moment. Feeling that light of the truth that you are, that purified essence of love. May you be it. May you flow it. And may you glow it so others remember as well. All right, for those that have to scoot, I'll do quickly the spleen flow, because Mary said to do the spleen flow. We'll come to the 13, 4 fingers width down, base of rib cage, other side. This is very quick. We do like 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Breathe between your hands. This is the spleen flow. It helps us keep the energy that we just flowed. It's like the yogic seal, right? There you go. It's open because we've done so much. Then come to the 22, right under the clavicle in the middle, the same side as the 14 that you're holding, base of rib cage. Good. Now, come down to the 13, go over to the 14 over here. Breathe between your hands. Feel that crossing energy, crossing around your heart, supporting the heart, coming up under the heart in the diaphragm. The spleen function flowing energy does this, goes up, cradles the heart, and goes around the other lung. So we're on 13, 14. Let's come over to the 22, right in the middle under the clavicle. It's already open. Just breathe that line for a moment. Feel that openness. Good, good, good. Now, come up to the 12. Halfway between the base of the skull and the top of the shoulder. It's about at C3, C4, and come behind the center of the knee, center back of knee, doing the bladder flow. It helps decrease accumulations, helps us flow with life a little better. Helps us release what we don't need in a flowing kind of way. There we go. This is already open too. We did a great job with the mudras today. Breathe your hands. Good. Okay, switch sides. You can either just take this hand over and just come behind the knee. Good. Dropping the shoulders. Feeling the sit. If your wrist doesn't like this, do the top of the knee, but imagine being behind the knee, with the energy behind the knee. Good. All right. Beautiful being of light, thank you. May you have a fabulous day.